Hello, Twitch. Hello, Internet. Back at it again with the Bloodborne. Not much to say, really, other than I'm excited to get back into it. It's been a fun playthrough so far for me. This probably will be a bit of a shorter stream, because I gotta be up in the morning, and also have some prep for that too, so. Right. Tikal, was the blood and face born? Have fun. Thanks, Tikal. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And to answer the question, I don't think the blood and face was born. But I could be wrong. So yesterday we did beat Amygdala. So this area is largely done, except for the cave where after Patches pushes us down here. There's that madness lady that we have not been able to get through, so we're gonna give that a try or two. Off to a great start. Off to a fantastic start. Holy shit. That's about as bad a start as you could get. Oh boy. Ooh, maybe I'm too tired to play this today. Ooh, that was not a great way to die. I feel kind of silly after that one. But maybe I just need to warm up a little bit. We'll get back into the swing of things. Okay, so that killed it. Why doesn't it kill it the other times? Our current equipment is geared up for the madness, not for any poison. Okay, at least we killed one this time. Good lord. Okay. Well, better than the last attempt. Hang on. Where are my souls? There they are. Did we come back here yet? Ah. Yeah, we have. That's the way out towards the rock throwers in that poison lake, because it's a FromSoft game. Every FromSoft game means a poison lake. Such a fun kind of zone to explore, you know? Oh hey, look at that. There is a little bit of land here. that for a second. Okay, now, Madness Lady is just around the corner here. So we have to make sure we are topped off. Okay, she's down. Huge, huge plays. Huge plays. Now we wait for either the Madness to hit. Oh, sweet. Okay. We just gotta wait for it to cool off, I guess. And we did it. Ta-da! Messenger's Gift. What the heck is that? Enveloping black mist changes user into messenger. A strange gift from the messengers, inhabitants of the dream who revere the brave hunters. Used to envelop oneself in a black nightmarish mist, then transform into a messenger. The illusion is a parlor trick, and any large movement will break the spell. To preserve the guise, proceed very slowly. Oh. Huh. Look at that. Okay, so that's for online play to screw with people. That's kind of cool. Is there more here worth exploring? That is sort of a question. Well, regardless. Oh, I don't have that on standby, huh? Let's just Hunter's Mark. Because we're done with that little section. Uh-oh. Does it just not replenish because we didn't die or warp, or are we out of blood vials? We're gonna have to go farm Central Yarnum? Well, we did have more, but I think we are out now. That's freaky. Show me storage. Yeah, we're out of blood vials. That's fun. We got another one of those cursed ones. I think we'll leave that as it is. Increases all resistance. Lake increases the... Yeah, I think we stick with those runes for now. Is Garmin back here? He is. Let's see if he's got something for us. Okay, I think that's the same dialogue that we got last time. Interesting. What do we have you guys wearing? Put the messenger hats back on. I'm used to having a few more options there by now, but because we didn't do old Yarnum, I'm missing at least one. Now I am kind of torn on doing old... Whoa! Sparky with the raid. Thank you so much. How we doing, raiders? Thank you so much, Sparky. How did your stream go? I'm not sure if I've got any other people in here, but if you were watching me and weren't watching Sparky, you should give Sparky a follow. He's a great streamer. I've seen him play a lot of Fire Emblem, a lot of JRPGs. He was working on Kingdom Hearts recently, so drop him a follow. Good guy, good streamer. I'm not a great streamer. Okay, good streamer. Is that better? Don't lie to your audience. I lie to my audience so often, man. Don't we all? I don't know. Could sell a lot of these, I suppose, huh? Well, where... We must need an upgrade to the workbench to use these other ones, because I've not seen them as options to put in our weapons yet, or maybe they're only for the gun. I didn't check the gun, I suppose. Kingdom Hearts went alright. Couldn't deal with the one-story final boss because it's basically a mini game, so I went to the third route instead. So you picked a different ending because you were sick and tired of the mini game? Is that what I'm hearing?
Welcome one. Very well then.
We're almost done leveling strength for this build, so we'll finish that off next. Well, there's 3 characters you have to play as. Each has a unique story, and they'll cross paths throughout here and there. Cool. But yes, in short, fuck ending 2, starting the route for ending 3. Gotcha. Well, you guys joined in right as I figured out that I no longer have blood vials in storage, so we're going back to Central Yarnum to farm for some, I think. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to attempt Old Yarnum without killing the Gatling gun hunter, because I want to get to him peacefully, and according to the wiki or whatever source I ended up looking up, you can still fight through the zone, you just can't kill him, and once you kill Bloodstarved Beast, he will become peaceful so long as you don't kill monsters in front of him. So I'm trying to decide if I want to try that or not, because then we could do Chalice dungeons is the big thing, plus the Bloodstarved Beast fight, before I'm too over-leveled, hopefully. It's not easy to explain. I mean, that's my understanding of Kingdom Hearts as a whole, is that the lore is kind of intense and not easy to explain if you haven't played the games. Oh, I just meant the BS of the boss fight. Oh, I see. But also that. Yeah. Kingdom Hearts is one of those games that I didn't get to play growing up because we only really had Nintendo consoles. We were fine money-wise, but we weren't particularly well off, so like we couldn't afford multiple consoles. So if I wanted a GameCube or a PlayStation, I was like, I want a GameCube. That was kind of what how it went until basically after college. The PlayStation 4 is the first non-Nintendo console I bought, and it might end up being the only one because playing on a PC is I mean, for me it's better. There's a lot more game options, and the PS5 only has like Demon Souls Remake on it. I don't know if it has any other exclusives that I'm dying to play, so why would I buy it? Give me blood vials. Give me blood vials. Hello, friends. Yes, yes. Normally this is where I say one at a time, but honestly, we're far enough along that, like, please, just everyone come at me at once. It'll make this go faster. I want Demon Souls, Ratchet and Clank, Stellar Blade, and Final Fantasy 6. Oh, true, Final Fantasy 16. Although that is on PC now, I think, but maybe it's not a good port. Same with Stellar Blade, right? I think that's on PC now. Yeah, they're not all exclusive, but the console's just easier to manage for me. No, there is still that. I largely don't like the direction consoles have kind of been heading the last couple years, but they do still have, like, you're basically buying an entry-level gaming PC that is, like, made for gaming. So there's definitely less fuss getting some things up and running, right? If you buy a PlayStation game and play it on a PlayStation console, you shouldn't really have many issues with it unless the game itself is broken. Right, just plug it in and play. Right. And that's what I've always seen as like the big advantage to consoles is the plug and play. And I feel like more and more, like, as they try to go to digital only games and like some games now, like I have Red Dead 2 on this PS4 and you have to like install it. You can't just plug and play. So I don't like that. I understand games are getting bigger and more complex, but plug and play is where it's at for consoles for me. No need to swap shit over other than storage expansion. Yep, yeah. You don't really have to mess with any settings or nothing to get the game working properly like you do on a computer. So... I am worried that they will someday announce that, like, Persona 6, and that will be PlayStation exclusive for a while, because that will be a game I badly want to play when it comes out. If they release it on other consoles like they have all the other ones at this point, then I won't get it, but I don't know, I'd be tempted. I mean, aren't most games just packing the EXE on the disc anymore? I forget how it even goes these days. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not especially knowledgeable when it comes to the technical side of games and stuff. I know more than someone that, you know, doesn't play games, but not especially technically minded. All I know is when I buy, like, Breath of the Wild, I can put the cartridge in the Switch and I can play it immediately. Wow, that... Talk about a whiff. And wow, these things are weak now. I can't believe it grabbed me and that was all the damage that it did. Holy cow. No, not blood. Thank you. Blood vials. That's what we're looking for. I've just generally found RPGs are more available on PlayStation and Xbox. Seems to have better online games. True. PlayStation and Xbox... Well, Xbox, like you said... At the very least, the online support is more consistent. Nintendo's online support is notoriously bad. And, PC, it depends on the game. I suppose, but yeah. And yeah, I guess I've never really thought about it, but maybe there are more RPG options on the PlayStation. I'm not sure. Not off the top of my head, at least. I'm not even throwing Nintendo in this competition. They got some titles I love, but they're generally underpowered. 100%. But I do like that the cartridge is plug and play, literally. When I first got a PS4, there's a lot of exclusive to it still. Yes. There were more until the last few years where companies have been putting their shit on the Switch or Steam. And they probably wouldn't have bothered except the Switch ended up selling insanely well. And so that's a huge install base to try to get your games out to. But my PS4, I think Bloodborne is the only exclusive I still have for it. All the other games that I have for it could be purchased PC or elsewhere. That said, I do like Bloodborne enough that, I'm not ever getting rid of the PS4. You know? Man, I don't know what is going on with those people and the fireball, but they used to send that way sooner. They wait forever now. Oh yeah, there's always a staple. Right, exactly. Give me those. Gimme. I'll be back, gonna go figure out dinner. Sounds good. Yeah. Come get me. Nice. We did get some blood vials. Excellent. I do think I screwed up the quest line for that little girl. Oh, you know what another benefit to doing Old Yarnum would be? I think that opens up the choir. Or at least the first section of it, which we need to do to get to the workshop. Ah, gosh. Let's go take a peek at Bowden Chapel and see what's up. I don't think anything should have changed, but maybe with Amygdala dead something will be different. Oh, yes. Give me the blood vials. Should probably put some sort of secondary weapon in there, except I don't really have any other weapons. Never mind. Hello, anything new up here?
Alive and well, are ya?
Well, alive. I don't know about well.
Stay as long as you like. But next time you're out on a hunt, remember what I've asked. If you find any sane survivors, tell them to seek shelter at Erdon Chapel. Because there's nothing to fear here.
I mean, we did find a not sane survivor who we killed.
Oh, hello. Sorry, dear.
No, that's not what I was going for. Oh, okay.
Melody, dear. Is anything the matter? You can always tell me. I will make everything better.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong? Anything you'd like to tell me?
I have my share of woes. Or no. I have my share of woes.
This will help you forget. Forget your troubles. Forget your cares.
And she gives us a sedative, which those are good, although I don't really think I use them much because I'm just stubborn. But they're very helpful for dealing with those madness monsters. Alright, what do we want to look like? What armor should we go for? Yarnum Hunter. Okay. Just the normal hunter's garb. And that's got a bit more billowy cape-like stuff to it. We got the church garb. What is Henrik? Okay, let's put Henrik's gloves and stuff on. Henrik's hunter trousers. Henrik's hunter gloves. Got Henrik. We'll rock this for now. Looks kind of cool. This is still closed. Good to know. Do you have anything new?
I've loaded what to the castle.
No. Okay. no kidnappers. I know you're there. I just don't care. Drop me blood vials. Cowards. Do you like Souls-like games, Kaz, or just this one? I have an interesting relationship with Souls-like games, Sparky. I will say Bloodborne is easily my favorite. It's probably the only one that I think is actually great. Let's see. I've not played all of them, so but I've beaten Dark Souls 1. I've played a little bit of Dark Souls 3, but not much. I've played like 90% of Elden Ring. I got like to the crumbling farm and then just kind of haven't been back there since. And I have a lot of respect for what they've done, like for the industry, right? Because I appreciate the emphasis on tougher games. However, I do think there are problems with these games, and they don't seem to ever get fixed. Even though FromSoft has had many iterations to try and fix these things. So that bothers me. I do like the other games. But Bloodborne is the one that I actually really like. The other ones are like, I have to be in the right mood to play. Bloodborne is like a game that I'm like, almost always I could be like, yeah, I could go for a little Bloodborne. A huge piece of why I think this game is better than the rest of the FromSoft games is just the setting. I think FromSoft's dark take on everything, right? Because they're all fairly dark games. I think that goes much better with the Lovecraftian themes in Bloodborne than it does with the fantasy settings in Dark Souls or Elden Ring. I don't think those are necessarily bad in the other games, but I think the difficulty and the craziness works much better with this. So I also enjoy the combat in Bloodborne more. I know, like, if you go and play Elden Ring now, the combat is fast there and stuff, but when Bloodborne came out, this was lightning fast compared to the Dark Souls series combat, and I like that a lot. I like the ebb and flow to combat with the dodging, the rolling, and attacking. I love the rally system where you get your health back. You have a window to get your health back when you get damaged. That encourages aggressive gameplay. I think that helps push the drive to get better, right? You're like, no longer am I just trying to survive. I'm trying to be good enough at the game that I can, you know, get those rally windows in, minimize my use of blood vials, and get further into the zone and stuff. So I just think there's a lot of stuff Bloodborne does that's different that I think are good changes compared to the other ones. Let's see, anything else that I feel like I need to say about the franchise as a whole? Not really, other than I guess, you know, I want to play Sekiro someday. I'm interested to see if that, tickles my fancy the same way that Bloodborne does. And that I hope, like, I have not played, nor do I think I will ever play the Night Rain or whatever the new Elden Ring multiplayer spin-off that they just put out. It just doesn't strike me as a game that I would enjoy. So whatever they do next, I just hope they continue to be creative and push things in new directions instead of just pumping out more of the same. Elden Ring has the open world, which I think is great. It's probably the least frustrated I've gotten with a Souls game on an initial playthrough, because if I get stuck in a zone, there's more to do, right? I can back off and go explore somewhere else. And I like that aspect of it. But like, when you look at the game as a whole, I feel like it doesn't do much different than previous FromSoft games, other than its open world. So I hope the next thing they do is more like Bloodborne or Sekiro, and trying out new things instead of just pumping out the formula again. Hey Hannah, welcome in. You just missed my TED Talk on Souls games. Where is Insight? I took it away and it should have refunded you your points, Hannah. Did it? It did. Okay, good. Yeah, sorry. The idea I had for it, I kind of chickened out. That's all I really can say. I just was like, no, I don't think I am comfortable doing that, actually, so I'm gonna cancel it and refund. Sorry. Sparky, thank you for the hydrate. Drink water, everybody. It's good for you. Well, if you're not comfortable, don't worry about it. Thanks. I wish I was comfortable with it. I feel like it was a good idea, so maybe I'll use it again in the future if I decide to go through with the idea, but basically the penultimate reward was going to be something that I decided I didn't want to do. That's all. What was the TED Talk? I was talking about Souls games. How I think Bloodborne is a great one, and how I have issues with the franchise, not Bloodborne, but the other FromSoft games, and I still think they're good. I wish FromSoft would do more that push themselves creatively, like Bloodborne or Sekiro. I've not played Sekiro, so I don't know if I would enjoy the gameplay, but just the fact that it's a different world and not another fantasy setting. Elden Ring was open world, and that was like all it really did. That was particularly fresh to me. Unless the final 5 hours of the game are incredibly creative, which I don't think they are. Because I've heard horror stories about the final boss in that game.
Farewell, good hunter.
what did that put us at? We're at 55, so we need like 5 more levels. And we can get, and then we can go try out the DLC. Let's push ourselves to Bergenworth. And we won't fight Rom right away, I think. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do Old Yarnum yet. Oh, right. Takes us out over here. Okay, now this is where I really get turned around. I think a lot of people do. This deep part of the woods is confusing to me. Also, if you hate snakes, you might not want to be here for this. There are a lot of snakes in this section. So Indiana Jones, you can go back to tomb raiding or something, I guess, because this is not where you want to be. Ah, yes, danger noodles. Yes, many, many danger noodles. Alright, let's switch to this one so that the second one lands. I hate snakes, but I think I'll be okay because you're beating them up. Okay, yeah, if you're just a little freaked out about snakes, this probably won't be too much for you, I think. But if you do, like, seriously, if you have a big fear of snakes, there are some terrifying snake monsters in here that are bigger and worse than these little clumps. So just be aware. It's not a phobia, I just hate them. I think a lot of people are like that, where it's not like to the point where they shut down and can't function, but also I never want to interact with them kind of thing. Where I live, there aren't a lot of snakes, but we occasionally get like a little garter snake or something, and if I had to, I could deal with it, right? I could grab a shovel or maybe even pick it up with my hands. If I have any choice, I'm not the one dealing with it. And also, whoever came up with the design of snakes coming out of someone's head at FromSoft, you should simultaneously give them a massive raise and also fire them. Like, what the fuck? They're absolutely horrid. Medusa? I mean, a little. So I guess you'd blame the Greeks on that one, but I don't know. Maybe that was an inspiration, but these things don't look like Medusa to me. And also, what's her face in the first Hades game, the little Medusa head, is adorable. Not horrifying. See, like, look at that over there. Look at that. That's not a Medusa head. That's like the head exploded into just a bunch of snakes. That's a game I should play at some point. Hades. Ooh. Yeah. Hades gets my highest recommendation. When I start working again, I will be buying Hades 2 now that it's out of early access. I am so hyped for that game. And Hades 1 is my favorite roguelike ever. Not even close. I understand people who don't agree with that, but it's the only roguelike with a good story, in my opinion. And its style is just so good. These things are all doing poison, huh? So we should swap over to our church clothes, because that has better poison resistance. So yeah, if you have not played it, Hannah, you really should. When it's convenient to do so. It's a really good game. Very fun. Very fun. And I probably won't stream me playing Hades 2. That's probably going to be a me game. Expedition 33, when I get that, we'll stream it. But Hades 2, I think, is going to just be a me game. Yeah, okay, so there's another horrifying abomination. Surrounded by a lot of little abominations. Ow. Oof, get me out, get me out. This is not a good place to be. Okay. Not timing my dodges on that very well. I see you there. You didn't escape me. I'm a raider! Hello, Kaz and chat. Hey, Bitesar, welcome in. How are you doing today? Whoops. Oh, God. Out, get me out. Whew. Fine, how about you? We're peachy keen here in oh yes, a bloodstone chunk. Yes. So worth it. We need 2 more of those to upgrade our axe again. But we are exploring a snake-infested woods that, even though I've played this game before several times, I can never keep this zone straight. Like, I cannot keep a map of it in my head. So, okay, I see. Did not give you the respect you were due. That is my bad. That is my bad. I'm apologizing, please. Yeah, yep. You're great. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, shit. And we got poisoned. Whew. Pokemon Legends EA is coming out. I don't know if I want to stream it or just play it on my own time. Right? I know the feeling now of, man, there's this game I'm super excited about. And I'm so excited, I don't know if I want to stream it or if that can just be my own little game that I get to enjoy for my own enjoyment's sake. Because there is something different about streaming a game than just playing it by yourself, I think. Not that it's a bad thing, just that it's different. So you might be in a mood for different things. You just got home. Well, congratulations on making it through the day. I know this game. Was it about Souls-like? Yes, this is a Souls-like. It's made by FromSoft, the same company that makes Dark Souls and all those games. Bloodborne is a PlayStation 4 game. It is probably the only Souls game that I think is actually great as opposed to just good or okay. So, yes, we are hunting monsters and saving some people that we've sent to a chapel, and some of them are doing okay, some of them are starting to lose it a little bit. They're going crazy. And we've also gotten some peeks into... I don't even... Where am I, man? What's going on? Let's just try to focus on going down. Yeah, that looks like an enemy up there. Some things about blood, right? People here have special blood, and they do transfusions and stuff that give them special powers, special healing, stuff like that. And it seems to be turning everyone into monsters now. So we're killing the monsters and investigating. That's kind of what's going on so far. Nope, we've been here, I guess. We've looted. Alright, this is where we fell down into that pit with the 3 snake heads. Alright, I hear them. I hear snakes. I hear lots of snakes. Are they down there? Yeah. I mean, just look at them. Hideous. Yeah, I survived the day. Now comes the night. Well, hopefully the night is more relaxed than daytime, where you gotta work and get stuff done and whatnot. Ah, jeez. My day was pretty good overall, but there were still some stressful elements to it. Mostly trying to get a prescription refilled, which it did in the end, but it took more effort on my part than I would have liked. How about y'all, chat? What did you get up to today? Please. Thank you. That's something else I did. I have a friend who lives in Florida, and I live in the Midwest, right? And he's up here for his sister's wedding, and he randomly dropped by for a visit today. I didn't know he was going to have time to see me, so that was very nice. I was very happy about that. Got to see him and his wife, who's also a nice person. Got done with work. Now I'm making a new character for D&D. Oh, right, because your PC died. What kind of character are you making, Hannah? Also, did your work day go okay? I hope it did. The night is riskier. That's why we tend to stay in home and sleep. Oh. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Bite. I hope everyone stays safe. Staying home sounds like a good idea if it can get dangerous out there. Oh my gosh! What? I have never seen that before. I have never seen one of those things summon a bunch of little ones. That was horrifying. Oh, I didn't know they could do that. Oh, good. There's a pig now. Yep. Too late. Oh. So yeah, Bye, I hope you and your family are staying safe. Because that's no good when it's not great to be outside. Don't. Oh. Oh. How have I never seen this before? This must be a different route than I've taken or something. Yeah, okay, I see. I see what you want. And I don't want that, so... We're fine so far, thanks. Okay, good. Glad to hear it. Well, let's keep going that way then. I don't know if I've ever been this way. Because I do not remember those snakeheads summoning 4 or 5 little guys with them. That's nuts. Or maybe I've come across them and they've just not ever done that move before. I don't know. Spooky either way. That's a pig. No. Oh Lord, he coming. He chonking. I learned that Twitch doesn't like me having Foundry up, so I'm sorry if I missed something in the last 3 minutes. Oh no, I mean, you've missed the snakeheads summoning little snake bundles, which I didn't know they could do. But otherwise, I asked you what kind of character you're going to make for your new one. Okay, this stuff doesn't seem to be oil, at least. It's just muddy water. That shouldn't hurt us. Oh! Those things are like 90% of the time super easy to deal with, and then 10% of the time they like just kill you immediately. They are Celestial Emissaries, I believe is the enemy name. Those blue blobs. Oh god. Okay, I have been here before. This is giving me bad vibes. Something bad happened to me here in the past. These things. It's these ones with the stuff on their head. Those things hit a lot harder. Or have an attack that annihilates me or something. Anti-clockwise metamorphosis. Let's go. Yes, I see that you want a hug, friend, but I'm not really interested. And you get a lot of blood echoes for killing them. Don't you dare. Oh, I'm playing a dancer. She has the imbue ability that heals her HP by her magic stat at the start of every turn. Oh, neat. I can't use magic with that skill, so I worked around it by giving her sword rank and have her use magic sword like Levin. Cool. That Levin sword, like Brave Felix in Fire Emblem Heroes. Who? He's certainly not the monster he used to be in that game, but man, he can still put in work. So I think that's all that was really back here, huh? The anti-clockwise metamorphosis and some Madmen's knowledge and stuff. Okay. Yeah, nothing else. Okay. I'm happy with this new PC. I can dance and refresh allies and still hit hard, while being somewhat bulky with nice self-healing. Sounds a little bit like you're a jack of all trades then, huh? Maybe you're not the best in anything, but you can do everything. That's pretty awesome. I like characters like that. Good utility, good combat. Uh-oh. Is this the beginning? No, this can't be. This is a different shortcut? Surely I didn't just loop myself back to the start. Oh my god, I did. What the hell is wrong with me? How did that even happen? I thought we were like deep into the woods. And we managed to do a full circle without getting any real accomplishments done. Congratulations, you played yourself. Yes. That's actually something that's true about me in real life. No, this can't be. This is not... No, this isn't it. This is a different elevator? What the fuck is going on? Yeah, this is not the start. Because if it was, then to the left here there would be a bridge with the snakehead on it. There's just another elevator back here that loops back to the start? Okay. Well, self-care then. In case we die. But I am notoriously bad with directions in real life. Like, I try my hardest, but I will get lost very easily. Like, there's not a day that goes by that I'm not grateful for GPS existing. Because I did in my high school years, right? GPS was a thing, but we didn't have phones that could do that yet. Like, my family at least. So I had to go to MapQuest and print out maps and directions, and following those, I mean, like, half the time I'd end up in the wrong place. Like, I'd miss a turn somewhere, and I'd be like, I don't know where I am or what's going on. My poor sister, like, when I would drive her, like, because we had a lot of similar friends, because we were in a small sheltered Catholic life, so we had a lot of similar social things going on. And whenever I had to drive, she would be like, we're gonna be late because my brother doesn't know how to get where we're going. It was terrible, and so it's still bad. I just now have GPS to tell me, hey, you missed the turn, now you gotta do this to get to where you're going. As opposed to me driving around for half an hour going like, did I fucking miss the turn? And then, like, you get in your head, right? Because because you'll be like, did I miss the turn? And then even though it's, you know, I'm still a mile away from where I need to be, I'm like, do I need to turn around? And then you turn around and you're like, no, I didn't miss the turn. What the heck? It was just a mess. So this area in the game is like made to fuck with me. Oh, you're gonna just light yourself on fire? That's cool. Bacon is great. Ow. Wow, that kinda hurt. Dude, where are we? Keep heading down. Oh, okay. This is boss. This is boss land. Okay. Open this from this side. Thank you. Clockwise metamorphosis. Man, we got so many clockwise, counterclockwise nonsense going on. Okay. So we're backtracking for stuff. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. Well, as the youth used to say, YOLO. Ah! Boom. That went really well. I thought we'd take some fall damage, but maybe we attacked with the falling and that rallied us, because we didn't lose any health. Which is awesome. So long as there are enemies, I know it's not an area we've explored. And I'll probably, like a coward, go back and spend these blood echoes before we attempt the boss. I don't remember the boss being particularly brutal, but not especially easy either. And I don't want to lose 40k or more, because you know that if I go in with not spending the echoes, then I'm gonna die and lose them. If I go in... Oh, something up there. If I go in without... Or no, if I go in having spent them, I'll probably win on the first try, right? That's usually how it goes. So sorry to everyone that hates wandering, because that's basically what we're doing, because I know that this is actually quite a big area. And I want to make sure to give this a decent chance to get everything. Plus, it's a good way to get blood echoes, and we can attempt the DLC. At the very least, try to get to the point in the DLC where we can get our preferred weapon, which is the Moonlight Sword. Yay! Bitesar's here! Pikmin! I love that Pikmin sound effect, so that's why we plugged that in for the I'm here. Okay, now this is back to where we started. Right? That's what's up here. Yes. Okay. So now we've actually done a full loop. Or at least backtracked ourselves back to the beginning. Now I just need to try to remember, like, which way did we not go? Well, that is death. So we didn't go that way. And we will continue to not go that way, because we won't survive that fall. I'm waiting the points for the good redeems. You're saving them up? Sounds good to me. I hope people like what's in there. And I apologize again for bailing on the the insight idea. Alright, where are you? I hear you writhing. Oh, Lord, there's two of them. This is probably not the smartest way to handle this, but we killed one, and that's the important thing. Man, look at all these weapon upgrade items I can't use. Deep sea, though. There's another rune. Delicious. Yes. How the fuck do I get up there? Have we been in here? Yeah, that's where the blue men were. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die. I don't know how we get up to where those other items are. Alright, we're back to this elevator again. You know what? Let's use it to go back to Hunter's Dream. And then we'll maybe give the boss some attempts. Thank you for the blood vials. Much appreciated. Oh, I see how the run back is supposed to work. Okay. Now we're back at the top. And this is where we came from. So to use that, okay. The late powder kegs, bless their souls, had a motto. If a weapon ain't got kick, it just ain't worth it.
Well, very well then.
We got 2 points. Put it into skill and arcane. Need 7,000 for another level. Do we have a lot of... we might. We do.
Welcome. Very well then.
So now we're looking at 20k for a level. Right, we don't want those cursed ones. Okay. Could slot in the arcane. No, strength is still our highest stat, so the scaling would be best with that, but... Hey, popping in to say hello. Hope stream goes well. Thanks, Artie. Appreciate you popping in. Hope you're having a good one. Oh, you can get duplicates of these? Well, the picture is different. Oh, one of them is 100, one of them is 200. Interesting. And that's a 200 frenzy resistance. Bolt, fire, general, physical defense. Here's his stamina. Okay, so we picked up... I guess the runes we got in the Nightmare Frontier are better. Which makes sense, because that's a later game area than the woods. Alright, now for the ultimate test. Can I find my way back to the boss? Yoink, yoink. So we go back over here to get to the other elevator. Lurk dinner. Thanks for the lurk, Bitesar. Have a good dinner. I hope it is delicious. We had hot dogs for dinner tonight with corn on the cob and some apples and carrots. Absolutely delicious. Oh, you were going for the grab. Thank you for not clipping out of the world so that I can loot your carcass for blood vials. Alright, now where do we go for the boss? Down. Down is where we want to go. Is a pig. Hello. Ugh. You should talk to your doctor about your diet, because that ain't fun. Well, I don't know what just happened. I was just pressing the attack button. And he died. Ow! You jork? Holy crap, my dude. Oh, target the pig. Pig is the bigger problem at the moment. Wow, so just on the run back, killing the enemies in front of us, you get about 8,000 echoes. It's not actually a terrible run for grinding if you find yourself in trouble against these guys. Alright, here we go. Time for the shadows. So the thing with these guys, right, on top of there being 3 of them, is that as their health pools deplete, their attacks get stronger. It does, like, if you kill one of them, then the other 2 get stronger, and if you kill the second one, the last one gets stronger. However, it's based off of the health value of all 3, I think. I don't think that trying to preserve them until the end makes things better. See, like, even though they're all standing, they just move to phase 2. So it is best to try to focus them down. So that you, even though they get stronger, you only have to deal with one of them instead of all 3. Boy. That felt satisfying because of how many times I have died. Okay. So this is the final phase. And that's just another giant snake monstrosity that he can summon. It's very fun. Wow. Whiffed almost as bad as I whiff. Okay. Ah! Ah! Please heal, please heal, please heal. And as you can tell, those snake heads can be very deadly. Whew! See, it went well because we spent the echoes first. Blood Rapture. Huh, that's a new rune. If I had tried to come in here with all the echoes, I would have died. You all know it. I know it. And now... where are you? There he is. Now we've essentially made it to Bergenworth, where there is a small area to fight and loot in. Bergenworth. So now we need to make the decision if we're doing Old Yarnum or not. Because after we finish exploring Bergenworth, we will fight the boss, and that boss triggers the next, like, phase of the game. Similar to how when we killed Vicar Amelia, it became nighttime. stuff will advance.
Welcome. Very well.
Yeah, give me another point of health. Of course, if we just go get one more level, then we can do the DLC before advancing to the next phase, and I kind of like that idea. Let's try it. I'm gonna do something that's a little... I think I'm gonna be boring here and just try to run through this zone quickly without, like, stopping to fight things if I don't have to. Because there is some good loot in here. This town is long abandoned. Hunters not wanted here. At least we'll get to see some of this stuff, because this is one of the cooler sections of the game, in my opinion.
You there? Hunter! Didn't you see the warning? Turn back at once. Old Yarnum, burned and abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts. They are of no harm. Turn back, for the hunter will face the hunt.
I love that. I don't know why, but the atmosphere just feels right. Like, you come in here and the first thing you get is someone saying, "Stop." Whoa! Okay. Okay, PS4, I saw you chug there. You're doing the Lord's work. Just keep it up. Wait, a hunter's torch, huh? What's the difference? Double the fire attack, basically, and it's better arcane scaling. Interesting. I don't think I noticed that before. Yeah! I largely don't mess around with the left-handed weapons. Is this where I'm supposed to go? I think it is. Right? Does not open from this side. Shit. Is there a way back up? Yeah, okay. Alright, I thought maybe we could sneak around back, but there is a locked door, so we do have to go through the level. Now, am I going to drop down here for that item and do the whole circle again? Yes. I have regrets. But it's not too much time wasted. So we'll be able to fight our way through this normally then, because he stays hostile until we kill Bloodstarved Beast. Or if we kill Dark Beast Parl and come in through the back. So the only thing will be the hunter in the plaza. That will be... I've never fought that guy with the bullets raining down. That'll be interesting. Because we need to kill him before we kill Bloodstar Beast. Because he will stay aggroed to us. And if we kill him, then that will reactivate the man with the Gatling gun. So we kind of need to take care of all that stuff now before we fight Bloodstar Beast. Oops. Ow. Feels like I'm Link in Ocarina of Time somersaulting. Why I must stop you. Such a cool fucking thing. Now this mechanic is obviously very annoying to deal with, but to me it's worth it just for all of that setup that he just did. I love the introduction with that talking where he's calling out to us, and then, which is why I must stop you, and then the Gatling gun starts firing. Such a cool moment. Yes, yes. Keep shooting at me. Yes, yes. I thought there was a secret around here. Maybe it's later. Oh, he doesn't. Oof. The Gatling gun doesn't hit us very hard. We're over leveled for this stuff now. That said, I did not know when he shoots the pots they explode. I have just now put that together as to why I've died to explosions there before. What? That is gonna give me a that's a streamer spooked moment. I didn't react very much, but my heart rate just spiked when that thing jumped out. Actually terrified me. Ugh. Blood tinge jetstone. Lots of creeps here. creeping that smog. Yes, no, come here and fight me. Fight me over here. Yes. Ah. Dang. I don't think I've ever seen him come this far out. There he is on the bridge. He seems confused. But that's the guy we gotta kill before we kill Bloodstarved Beast. Yep. Here he comes, here he comes. Perfect. Nope. Alright, whatever. The Gatling gun doesn't hit too hard, so we'll just fight him. Fight him where he wants to fight. This is a much tougher fight if you aren't level 59. And this, because like, look at how much they actually are still damaging me for. Oh yeah, this guy heals mid-fight. Everyone's favorite, right? Ow. Ooh. Bad move, buddy. You let yourself get brought into a corner. Okay, he's playing scared, as he should be. He's close to death. Got him. 59, not the funny number. Not yet. But you're supposed to be here, like, level 20. 20, 25, maybe level 30. So, the fact that that was easy... I'm surprised it was as easy as it was. Like I said, I never fought that hunter with the Gatling gun going. How do I get back in there? Remember. But I guess our stats are just high enough now that we can basically just damage boost through all of it. Here it is. Well, thanks for the push, I guess. I was looking for a safer way down, but we survived. Oh, thank you. Replaced our blood vials that we've burned up in here. I don't remember there being this many of you guys in here, though. Wow. Line them up. More meat for the slaughter. Yeah, any more? Alright. Go back and loot that chest. Not that exciting. Would be better if we weren't doing this late. Rifle spear. That's a new weapon. The red moon hangs low, and beasts rule the streets. Are we left no other choice than to burn it all to cinders? Now, I'm not a doctor, but yes, incinerating this city seems like it might not be the worst idea, because there's some... You guys got some problems going on here. Charred hunter's garb. Kind of a cool look. This is not what we want to wear versus Bloodstarved Beast. We'll want the church garb back on, but let's see if we can do this. Just gotta be careful, you know? Just gotta sneak carefully across the beams. Was there anything else up here we needed to do? No, we can drop down to this next level now. Here we go. Some Molotovs, always nice. Ah, God. They seen me. No! Alright, we survived. That's something, but now we gotta fight them all. And they're all powered up from the big ones. Okay. Okay. This is not the best position I've ever been in. Move. You gotta move. Okay, that should be most of the riffraff handled. I don't know why that one just stood there, but I'll take it. Dudes out here. Keep screaming, buddy. No one else is gonna come. We've killed them all. Yeah, there's a few more items in here to pick up. But we'll have to go back up to the rafters for that. I hear you. You are heard. You are seen. Any more? No. Okay, so this should be the route to one of those items. Plunk. Plunk. It's just some, well, doesn't hurt, I suppose. You never know when you're gonna be just shy a few echoes of something. Let's pick this up. This is Ritual Blood, which is a chalice dungeon ingredient Unfortunately, it is rank 1, so we can't use it on the chalice that we got from Amygdala. I'm a little bummed about that, because I thought maybe we could do the chalice dungeons out of Order 2, but it doesn't seem like that's the case, because most of the ingredients for creating new ones you get from going into the dungeons and clearing them, so unfortunately it looks like you do have to go through them in some sort of order. Oh, remember, he's still out there and we'll shoot at you. So that's the other one, which I know is just cosmetic. It's not anything, like, useful. Especially since we aren't playing online. Like, it's just another messenger hat, but... dang it. I want it. Which means we're gonna have to do this goofy jump. There we go. Second time's the charm. Bloody Messenger head bandage. We'll take a look at that next time we're in Hunter's Dream. Is there more that way? I don't think there is. No, it doesn't look like it. Down we go. Oh! Ah! Ah! Ah, my ankles, my knees. They're completely shattered after a fall like that. Shut up. Damn crows. Damn birds. Okay, and now we will be able to open up the shortcut. Is right there. Let me yoink this real quick. More blood vials. Excellent. Nope, this is the correct way to go, actually. Where is the shortcut? Is the shortcut back here? This is the shortcut. Okay. So this is how we open that door. Let's put our poison gear back on. Hands must be on fire after that. I know there's something here. Yeah. Ow. One at a time, please. Wow. You guys ever heard of waiting your turn? Hello. Lycanthrope? Aha! Again, these things are much more terrifying when you're here, when you're level appropriate. Can is only one guy. Kaz is only one guy. There's only one of me, and I know how much you all want me, but you gotta wait your turn to make sure there's enough of me to go around. Ha! I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. So those pungent cocktails, It's back this way then. Are a way that you can cheese Bloodstarved Beast. Oh, and by the way, this is the door that opens after that we can open once we beat Dark Beast Parl. That's the way I wanted to come in through here, but really wanted to open up. Really what I want is to get kidnapped and taken to Hyporian jail so that we can do some stuff there. And apparently those kidnappers don't spawn until you've killed Bloodstarved Beast. So that's why we're doing this. I'm a little bummed about that, because you don't get to that jail until much later if you don't get kidnapped. Come at me, beast! Okay. We do this because this opens up another shortcut from the lamp, so that the run back to the boss is easier. I'm very curious to see how difficult Bloodstarved Beast is, because he's a tough boss. His gimmick is basically that he poisons you. Like in his third phase, he just naturally emits an aura that builds up your slow poison. So if you want to attack him, you have to get close and then you get poisoned. So it's a cool mechanic for a fight. It essentially just turns it into a DPS rush, but still cool. But I've never fought him this high of a level before. So I'm curious if he will still be a difficult boss, or if we'll just steamroll him like we have the rest of this zone. Also, I think we're able to summon Alfred for this fight. I'm not going to. I'm trying to do these without summoning. Nothing wrong with summoning, by the way. I summon... In Souls games, I pretty much always summon during my first playthrough. If I can't beat the boss after a couple of tries, just because I don't like getting stuck for too long. But this game I feel like I know well enough that I can probably clear it without summoning, so I'm trying to do that on this playthrough. Never say never, right? If things go poorly then and I get hard stuck, then we can summon, but... Okay. So that's where the boss is, in case it wasn't obvious looking at it. There are some things off to the sides here, including some enemies, so we will do some looting and take care of them before proceeding. I don't see the summon icon, though, for Alfred. Guessing that means we just can't summon because we aren't connected online. If so, that's kind of dumb. You should be able to do NPC summons offline. That's like the whole point. Thank you for that blood vial. We're going to go in fully topped off. I feel like it's usually like right here. I didn't miss it up here, did I? It's not earlier than I thought. Nope. Nope, nope. It ain't here. Okay. Alright, well, in we go. Also, incoming amazing soundtrack. I love the boss music for this guy. Oh, jeez. That visceral. Nasty. Oh yeah, he's an absolute pushover here. Well, that was a bit of an anticlimactic moment. We got the Thumaru Chalice, which is the starter dungeon for the Chalice dungeons. That's a very fun fight, in my opinion, when you're level appropriate. As it is, we kind of just rolled them. But if my sources are correct, the man on the Gatling gun should now be passive. And since we just spent time clearing out this zone, let's just run back and say hello. Also, I can't kill anything else in this zone now in front of him, or he'll be permanently hostile. And also, we should now have enough echoes to get our last point, and we'll be level 60. I don't think we'll start the DLC tonight, because I think I'll probably go for another hour or so before I gotta wrap it up. Because I gotta prepare to give a talk at my AA meeting tomorrow morning, so I don't want to stream for another 3-4 hours. So we'll save the DLC for like Sunday or Monday. Where we can dive into it proper, watch me suffer. Oh, nope, he's hostile. My sources have lied to me. Unfortunately. He also is much weaker than... Well, this is a real bummer. This is what I wanted to avoid. That's why we didn't do this in order, and here we are. Holy shit, dude. Normally you cheese this guy into throwing himself off of the edge, but oh god, we're lucky. No, 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 no. Okay. He didn't properly visceral us. We're lucky.
But remember one thing. You're not hunting beasts.
I've never seen that dialogue before. Because I've always cheesed him into falling off the edge. You're not hunting beasts. That's cool. Lady Maria, hello. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Thanks for coming to the stream. Man, I'm really bummed about this. I read that after you kill Bloodstarved Beast, he wouldn't be hostile, and that was apparently a lie. We did get that one new line of dialogue, which was cool. Because I'd never seen that before, but otherwise. Doing good, just chilling. Nice, nice. I am guessing you are a Bloodborne fan, given the username. If you attack something in Old Yarnum after killing DBP, he will attack you. Well, we cleared the entire zone before going after Bloodstarved Beast, and I thought that was the trigger. That, like, you can attack stuff, but he will become calm after you kill the beast, but apparently that's not the case. Because we did slaughter everything. So, if that's the thing, that you can't attack anything at all, regardless of it's before or after Bloodstarved Beast, then yeah. That would be why, because we attacked everything. Yeah, no, can't attack anything. Darn. Okay, I either misread my source or my source was wrong then. Thank you for letting me know, because another future playthrough then I'll want to try that, I guess. But that's one of the things that I like about these games, and I hope they don't change, is that there are consequences to your actions, and there's no way to, well, there's mostly no way to save scum it. You just have to live with it. So we just have to push on. I can't go back and change anything. No problem. I don't think any of the new ones we got were better than what we have currently. I still don't really want to mess with those cursed ones. We already have one cursed one equipped, so... Okay, I think we did pick up a rune. Blood Rapture. Visceral attacks restore HP. That's pretty cool, but I think we'll rock with what we got. Yes, I'm a huge Bloodborne fan. Nice, nice. I've played this game a couple times before. I've finished 2 runs. I've not done the true ending yet, which is what this run is going to be. I've also never played the DLC, which I have bought and installed. So, there's going to be some new stuff in this playthrough for me. I'm very excited, because I also love this game. It's fantastic.
Welcome home. Could have a visit. Very well, then.
What should we pop up? do skill. That at 25, yeah. So we need 5 more in skill, and then vitality to 40, and everything else will be in arcane to use the Moonlight Sword when we get there. I honestly have the platinum and have 3,168 hours in the game. Whoo! Nice! That is a lot of hours. You've got me beat. I probably have like 200 hours into this game because I've started a lot of runs that I've not finished, but that is a lot of time. That's fantastic. I love that. And the platinum is tough because, well, obviously there's challenging things in the game anyway, but the platinum you have to beat a certain boss in the Chalice dungeons, and that's a grind that I have not seen a lot of people go for. I haven't decided if I'm going to try to do that. It would be kind of cool to do everything, and then when I get the true ending, also have platinum pop. That would be very fun for me. Maybe I'll think about that. What do we have for Cold Blood? Probably not enough, because we need like 20-something thousand. So probably not enough to get a level here. You met your boyfriend through Bloodborne 2 as well? Nice! How did that happen? Did you meet on a forum, or did like one of you invade the other and then added each other as friends? That's cool. I love those kinds of stories though, so if you don't mind sharing, feel free to tell me how that happened. I love it when people meet through games. Oh, because we killed him. Well, we'll buy this then. Gotta get the drip. Gotta get the drip. Fashion souls is important. Gehrman. You're not around here this time. That's okay. Let's show the new... I think the Bloody Messenger was the one we picked up. Yeah, this is new. That they got bloody headbands. And then you've got the Red Messenger ribbon, which is the one from the little girl. So let's rock the new one for now. You remember when PlayStation had the public groups where you could join them and ask for help? Maybe. It sounds vaguely familiar. It's certainly not a feature that I would have used. Around 2016, when I got my PlayStation and Bloodborne, I was not a super social gamer at the time. I'm still kind of shy, but obviously I'm working on it, streaming here, and I've met some people through games too. Ascend to Odin Chapel. So I believe now we can go to the choir. So let's go to the Cathedral Ward. But I'm guessing that public group must be where you met up. One of you was asking for help or something? Got stuck on a boss or a hard section? Well, I did that, and I was on BSB, and he replied back to me and helped me. He was 21 and I was 20. 7 years later, after being friends, and we started dating. Nice. That's awesome. I just think that's an amazing thing now. 'Cause like, when I was a little kid, right, I had an N64, and like those stories I'm sure they existed somewhere, but I didn't know about them. I just think it's so cool that you can form friendships and relationships through games. It's an awesome thing. So I'm very happy for you two. Communion. New rune. Yep. Cursed. Oh, these guys hit fairly hard still. So I can't be as careless as I was in Old Yarnum. I need to play super good, but a little more attention. I love him so much, and he absolutely adores my daughter. Aw, that's so sweet. How old is your daughter? Also, it's a very good thing when when your significant other gets along with your kids. That's a pretty important thing. Nice try, Gramps. Not today. Where is he? I know... There he is. Stamina. Whew. We want children in the future, but he wants to be married first. She'll be 3 in December. Aww. Time for the the terrible 3s. I don't have kids myself, but I have friends and family that have kids, and I'm the godparent to 2 of them. And in my experience, terrible 2s isn't so much a thing as the terrible 3s are. That's when they started acting up, in my experience. But they're also super fun and cute at that age. Every day is something new. They're learning so much and playing all the time. It's awesome. Well, do you guys think you have any plans on marriage in the future then? Or are you just kind of enjoying things as they are now, not too worried about it? Don't say that. Sorry, I won't speak. Okay, I won't try to speak it into existence. the terrible 3s. I'm struggling with the 2s. Oof. Yeah, I mean, so, like, that is a thing, though, you know? There's a reason they call it the terrible 2s. So maybe yours just actually had the terrible 2s, and they'll mature a little bit as a 3-year-old. The sky and the cosmos are one. The choir. Aha! Figured there was something back here. Alright, now this next room, I believe one of them has a flamethrower, if my memory is correct, so we gotta deal with that. Here comes the other one. Yup. Okay. We're fine. We're good. We're gold. Radiant Sword Hunter badge. I believe that unlocks Ludwig's Holy Blade in the shop, which is like my weapon of choice in general. And we don't have the thing that can unlock that yet. And we will respectfully leave, because who would destroy pots for no reason? That's crazy. That's someone else's property. We have no business breaking it. We want to live together first and physically be together before we get married, but he's made it clear that those are his intentions. Very cool. And yeah, kind of... Yeah, it makes sense. Living together is a pretty big step. Give some time to adjust to that before you move forward any further. Makes sense. How long have you guys been living together then? That's where we need to go to get to the workshop. What is this way? Anything? Ha! Don't you dare. I'm sure you don't have anything super good, but I want that. Twin Bloodstone Shards. I mean, that's pretty good. If we hadn't already gotten our axe to +6. 5 months. Ooh, nice. So you've had some time to adjust. That's awesome. Well then, yeah, it's super good that your boyfriend gets along with your daughter then, because he's had a few months to get used to having a kid around. Because that is certainly an adjustment to make. Ooh, the top hat. I love the top hat for the messengers. That's probably what we will rock going forward. We don't break pots, but the barrels, absolutely. Okay, so get this. And I don't know if I can survive that fall. I know that we've already missed the workshop. So I think the next thing we aim for is that, right? Next level down. Yeah, okay. Where's the next? Go. Beautiful. So this is the only one of these guys in the normal game. I think they can show up in Chalice dungeons, but yeah, this is a unique enemy otherwise. He has 2 children as well. Ah! Oh gosh. So there's 3 of you. Three of them. You're outnumbered. Daughter isn't the first rodeo. Well, that helps, definitely. Not Link? Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to do that, Hannah, just to annoy people. Because, like, I absolutely roll into pots and stuff in those rooms. But I'm trying to do a bit. We want more too. That's gonna be an exciting house. I had a bunch of friends that were parts of large families, and whenever I went over as a kid, those were wild because it's just kind of controlled chaos. The more you get. He wants at least 1, and I want 2. Oh, there's the kidnapper. We want the kidnapper to yoink us, so if he gets us, it's not the end of the world. But, we'll try to survive. Because there's still some stuff here to loot. And yeah, we're strong enough to handle them. Hey. I think the the largest family was 13 kids. And some of those were adopted, so it's not like she popped out 13 kids, but it was a chaotic house. Jeez. Alright. I need to add one to the speed counter once we're in a safe place. But there's a brain sucker around here somewhere. Oh, sweaty clothes if we want to roleplay as one of the townspeople wandering around. Alright. Streamer spooked. 11. That dog got me. Oh, hey. We're back here. Okay. My mom's friend had 12. Whoo-wee! That's a lot of kids. Do you just like... Because I'm always curious about why people want to have a lot of kids. I get why you'd want to have kids. Probably would like to have some of my own someday, but... What is it about having more than one or two? What inspires that? I mean, you do get the benefit of, like, once they're old enough, they do all the chores for you, so long as they aren't, you know, rebelling. Also, that's the easiest brain sucker kill I think I've ever had while playing this game. We are a higher level than this zone. They tried stopping at 10. The last two were oops. Yeah, all right. I know people that have had those too. The whoops, we thought we were good and now we're having another baby. That just happens sometimes. It do be like that. we call them happy little accidents. Where do you bring me up to? Ah! Up here, that's right. Okay. Oh. I can't imagine we're ever coming this way again, but if we do, it'll be from the bottom, because there's no other way to get up here, so... Let's check in on our cathedral peeps, and then we'll go get ourselves kidnapped.
Welcome home, dear. Listen. Anything you'd like to tell me?
Not today.
What a relief. You always were the brave one.
I don't need another sedative yet.
Love everything inside. You mustn't be afraid to share.
That's how I got pregnant, but I wouldn't trade her for anything. She literally has saved my life. Yeah, it's... Having a kid is life-changing. Everyone I know, they're like... You hear about it, right? And people tell you, like, when you have a child, your life changes. and then but it's not the same as experiencing it. So I have like the academic understanding, right? I'm like, okay, I grasp that something changes, but I haven't experienced it myself, so yeah. I'm happy that that she's been a wonderful thing in your life. That's good.
Stay as long as you like. If you visit.
Okay. And I've changed my mind. I don't want to get kidnapped yet, because we do have to run back around and try to get to the workshop this time. Where am I trying to get to? It's down. Where? Down there. Okay. Hop off. Alright, we're good. Made it. And we got more insight for that. What else is there to... I remember there's a few things to loot in there. But is there stuff outside to get? Oh, there's a chest here. I don't remember this. What is this? That's the doll clothes. Oh, I thought that was on the doll inside. Okay. Is this game possible damageless? Ugh. Maybe. This falling stuff, like, we're doing technically optional stuff here. But let's say we're going for the true ending. Can we get that damageless? You'd have to skip this one. Yeah, you could, I think, do it, theoretically. Possible to do hitless. Right, is it possible to do damageless, though? Like, you don't take any damage at all. And I'm just like, some of the poison sections, some of the madness sections would be very difficult to do. But theoretically possible. She sadly doesn't know who her father is, but my boyfriend wants to be her father anyway, so it works out. Yeah, the father that stepped up. That's awesome. I'm happy. It sounds like you guys are in a good relationship together, and your kids as well. That's awesome. Very happy for you guys. But yeah, Hannah, you're talking about a damageless run, right? Not just hitless. That's what we're after. This is... We need 3 of these. We need to consume 3 of these to get the true ending. 1/3 of umbilical cord. And there's the doll. An abandoned doll. So this is the original workshop that the hunter's dream is modeled after. Small hair ornament. Oh, that's right. We need to give that to the doll. I'm not sure it achieves anything from a gameplay perspective, but it'll make her happy. And the doll deserves it. Yeah. Let me think. Gascoigne, you could do damageless. Vicar Amelia, you could do damageless. Shadows of Yarnum, you could do damageless. Rom, you could do damageless. The next one is the one Reborn, I think. You could do that damageless. You could get there and do it. After that's the Nightmare of Mensis, though. That's the one where I'm not sure. Because fighting Nicolas. Welcome back, Bitesar. Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to think through if a damageless run would be possible in this game. Yes, I think you can beat the Nightmare of Mensis zone without taking damage. I don't even want to think about how hard that is. But I think it's possible. And then once you beat him, then you go on to the Wet Nurse, which you could beat damageless. And then it's the end of the game. So yes, I think the answer is you could beat this game theoretically without taking damage at all. That would be a nightmare, because in addition to not getting hit, like, it is very easy to drop down from a spot thinking you're good, and then you'd take a little bit of damage. But I do think it's possible. Think is good, even if it hurts sometimes. I can feel my smooth brain trying to form wrinkles. Now, actually, I read a book today, or at least some of a book, and it was not like just a fun book. That it was a real, like, it's the history of philosophy, by Bertrand Russell. So that actually, I had to do real, like, brain space.
Welcome home. Very welcome.
Nice. I like philosophy. Oh, nice, Bitesar. I majored in philosophy in college, actually. So I like it a lot. I try not to talk about it too much. I'm a strength build. We don't think. That's right. We go unga bunga and hold R2 and let the axe do the work.
Hunters have told me about, but I don't, isn't.
Yeah, we've seen that before. Alright, we're going to give her the small hair ornament that we found.
What is this? I can't remember. Not a thing, only I feel a yearning, something I never felt before. What's happening to me? Tell me, Hunter, could this be joy?
And she gives us the tear stone. And it makes her happy. She experiences joy. So that alone is worth it, because the doll is a sweetheart. I'm trying to remember. Lady Maria, do we just break this open, or does this serve another use somewhere? Because we get a blood gem if we break it open. I have no idea if I'd like that book or not, and I'm a nerd. I like philosophy, I just don't like history. You probably wouldn't like the book then, based on what I've read so far. It is more of a history book. It's more talking about, like, what were the conditions that formed the ideas that the philosophers came up with. So, like, I just basically am starting the book. Break it? Okay, thank you. Tear Blood Gem. I believe we'll want to slap that on something. Ooh, HP recovery. It's not particularly strong, so maybe we won't put this on the axe. We'll put this on the gun. Because the gun doesn't really need the damage. It's mostly just there for parrying so we can do viscerals, so... Yeah, we'll put the Tear Blood Gem on the gun. Just do a quick repair while we're here. Okay. Let's see, what else we got? Kaz, why is there something instead of nothing? What's a good dumb answer I can give you? Okay, so in metaphysics, right, you're talking about what it means to be, right? And when we talk about whether something is, we're talking about, like, does it exist? Is it, like, right? Does, you know, this thing is, right? Bloodborne is. It exists. Someone made it. I can play the game. It is. And so when you think of existence like that, is it possible for there to be nothing, for something to not exist? Because if you're going to say something is, the opposite of that would be something is not. But that not is still prefaced by is. So like when you think about space, right? That's a vacuum. There's nothing. But there is something there, space. So is there actually nothing? Is that even possible? So if we think of it like that, one way we could, you know, suggest why there is something instead of nothing is that it's impossible for there to be nothing. Everything has to be something. How's that for an answer, Bitesar? Whew. I haven't rubbed the dust off of my degree in years. I tried to return it, but they wouldn't take it. And I was like, bro, it's unused. I'd just like to return it for a full refund, please. This is why I like philosophy. It sounds nonsensical, but it makes sense at the same time. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason it's a serious academic field. People are doing work in the field. It's just so, I guess, esoteric compared to something like math and science that people tend to be dismissive of it. And at a lot of, right, like the stuff I just did, that kind of is nonsense a little bit. Right, I only have an undergrad in philosophy. I'm not actually trying to address modern problems with heuristics and stuff like that. But there's a reason the field exists, and it is a serious field. People are trying to wrestle through problems when they do philosophy, you know. I think it's the most interesting field out there. Unfortunately, you know, there's no philosophy factory where I live, so it's hard to find work that is philosophy, but... I said strength build, IDK shit. And that's okay. Just because philosophy exists does not mean everyone needs to do it. I personally find it very enriching in my life, but I know... I have friends that just are like, yeah, whatever, Kaz, and I'm like, fair enough. If your life feels fulfilling without it, do your thing. I always thought of philosophy as a science of thinking. I think that's a pretty common way of thinking of it, and that probably is a fair way of thinking of it in today's terms. Although, whoa! Lady Maria, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying your time here. I'm looking forward to having you around. It's been fun having you in chat. And just so you know, always feel free to lurk as well, if you don't feel like chatting. When I do Twitch, right, when I'm watching, I am often just lurking. So if you want to chat, great. If you want to lurk, also great. Never any pressure, but it's been super fun having you in chat tonight. Thank you so much. Yeah, good answer. The question has a problem, that is to define what is nothing. Impossible to exist nothing if it be nothing. Right, yeah, and you've kind of hit it on its head. Why that answer is a little bullshit is that I'm not actually defining nothing. I'm just assuming it means the absence of everything. And we might not want to define nothing like that. Nothing might be something else. Well, not used to talk about philosophy in English. I can't imagine trying to do philosophy in not your native language. If I tried to do philosophy like in Spanish or I guess in French, some people speak French in Canada. Those would be my neighbors. Like, I don't even know if I could do it. It would be so challenging. I took a philosophy class in college. I personally think it should be taken in high school. I learned a different way of how to think, and it does help a lot, even in IT. I would agree. I think there is a lot to be taken from a general philosophy course. There's a lot of skills in thinking, in logic and stuff, that I do think everyone would benefit from. I think a lot of schools do agree with that. Maybe not high schools, but colleges and universities often require humanities credits and whatnot. Some of them outright require, like, Philosophy 101. And a lot of people will end up taking Philosophy 101 for their humanities credit. So yeah, I honestly struggle with school in general. Yeah, I mean, I did okay in school. I did pretty good in school, in fact. So that wasn't my experience, but I had friends that struggled with it / hated it. I certainly hated it at times. School can be brutal. And my personal story with that is, like, one of my closest friends, he hated school. He was not academically inclined. He struggled to take tests, right? And he's probably the hardest working person I know, and he's incredibly smart. He's just not good in a school setting, you know? Like today, he owns his own business, and he's like, you know, he has a house, he has a career, all these things. And he did all that without, you know, going and getting a 4-year degree like I did. So you don't have to enjoy or be good at school to be successful in life. It's absolutely not necessary. I think you should try, if there's anyone in chat who's in high school and hearing this and going, see, I don't have to pay attention in class. No, do your best. Absolutely give your best. You should try to take from school what you can get out of it. But don't be panicking, right? Don't think you're dumb if you don't do well in school, because that's not true. Everyone is good at something, and just if you're not good at school, you're probably very good at other things. But nothing can't be something. Even worse, something else that it isn't something. Right? Nothing can't be something. So we've arrived at a paradox. Nothing has to be something, but at the same time, by definition, it can't be. How are we going to figure that one out, Bite? I don't know. That's because I was always being physically attacked and I had to fight to defend myself against people. Aw, shoot. I'm sorry, Lady Maria. I'm sorry that you had to deal with bullying and being attacked. That's messed up. That definitely would make school a lot harder. That's what I did. I needed a humanities credit, so I took philosophy. I loved school. Didn't like high school. Loved college. I think a lot of people prefer college over high school because you get to take classes you're actually interested in. What am I doing? Let's just go make a chalice dungeon, and I can plunk through that while we're chatting. I don't have 1,000 blood echoes. Let's just use this. Perfect. I hate all studies in school. School is one of the most hideous things ever made. It's a machine to break children, at least the ones I went to. But I do want to add on to that. Contrary to what people say, you do not need to go to college, especially for trade jobs. 100%. I did a semester in CNC machining school before I had my my episode that led to involuntary hospitalization in my current situation. And there's a lot of smart dudes in there that maybe couldn't tell me the difference between Plato and Aristotle's philosophy, but man, those motherfuckers could find right triangles like you wouldn't believe and machine shit down so that it's accurate to 1,000th of an inch consistently. Like, there's lots of ways to be smart and to be good at things that don't involve getting A's on tests in school. Nothing is something, a word to simplify our expression. Well, so how much are we trapped by language, right? Do we have conceptualization of these things that maybe exist in reality that we aren't able to explain with our words? You know? My dad had a rule for school. I could defend myself against people. I couldn't throw the first punch, though. I better fucking finish it. Never got in trouble with my dad. I think that's a pretty common thing, right? Don't start fights, but, you know, if you are attacked, make sure you finish it, right? I think that's a pretty common philosophy when it comes to bullying. Were the schools okay with you defending yourself? I know that's unfortunately a common thing where people stand up for themselves and end up getting in trouble. Your dad sounds based. Yeah, agreed. +2. Your dad is based. Words don't exist. They are made up. All words are made up. But they are used to represent concepts that exist in reality, right? So they're useful, but where does their use end? And how do we circumnavigate that problem? Because, you know, we seem to have arrived at this little paradox of nothing can't be something, but also nothing has to be something. So is that actually true? Or have we just trapped ourselves with language? And if so, how do we get out of that? Nope, you didn't? Awesome. Glad that you were allowed to defend yourself then. It's bad that you got attacked. Like, I wish that didn't happen, but at least you were able to stick up for yourself and not get in trouble. Whoa, 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 whoa! Woohoo! Streamer Spooks, +1. Hi. Would you kindly stop summoning things? Thank you. Ugh. It's a great way to teach children. Yeah, I agree. Don't start fights, but make sure you defend yourself if you end up in one. I did some martial arts in high school before I blew out my knee. And the self-defense stuff, basically, like, run away. Try not to get involved in a fight. That's the best self-defense. But if fighting becomes necessary, like, go for the jugular. Like, wrap it up as soon as possible. Don't dink around. Just make sure you finish the job as quick as you can. Because the longer the fight goes on, the more likely it is you're going to get hurt. So I don't think I mentioned it, but we're doing a Chalice dungeon. Chalice dungeons are such an interesting feature in Bloodborne, and for the longest time it felt like they weren't going to do anything with them. They weren't going to evolve the concept, which bothered me. Now, they have Night Rain, I think it's called out now, which seems to be them trying to build on this concept. I don't think I'll play it. But it's nice that they did decide to give it a try. Oh, that's a kidnapper. But basically how Chalice dungeons work, when you get a new Chalice, you have to do one like this. And this is a set dungeon, right? I have played this dungeon before. This is always the same. Once you clear it or get enough materials, you can do what's called Root Chalice dungeons, which are randomized dungeons. Right? It creates random layouts with rooms, random enemies, different bosses at the end of them. It's a very cool concept. I think a lot of people generally believe, and I would agree with this, that the concept is not as fleshed out as it could be. But for what it is, it's pretty ambitious. And I love the idea of being able to have randomized dungeons in a Souls game. So I'm happy that they decided to give that concept another try with Night Rain. I hope and pray that someday Sony will let FromSoft make Bloodborne 2 and that they continue to push Chalice dungeons. It's one of my... I wouldn't say it's my favorite feature of the game, but I think it's a great feature that could be spectacular if they were allowed to work on it more. This is the Virtue of Fortitude. Don't know if this is the name in English, really. Well, Fortitude in English, Baitzar, is like having... Yeah, I guess it's probably a good word to use here. Like having willpower and endurance to keep going in the face of adversity. That's kind of how I think of Fortitude. So yeah, that's a good word to describe standing up for yourself. How do I get out of here? Am I missing something? What's... Hello? Oh, here. There's just another exit here. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty pretty serious fight. Yeah. Oh my gosh! I don't think I've ever seen that guy open with that. Alright. There's 2 to the streamer spooked we gotta add. Got him. Yeah, like Hannah said, I'm glad you're okay now, Lady Maria, and I'm glad that you seem to have found a good boyfriend and you have good children in your life. That's awesome. I'm glad you've moved past this dark chapter. Jeez! Thanks, Bitesar. +3 to the spooked counter. Oh. I keep thinking that someday I'm gonna adjust to that happening and it's not gonna scare me as much, but every time so far that sound is played, it's scared the bejeebus out of me. Is that 3? Yeah, that was +3, because I got spooked by those summons that the lady brought in that one room, and then I got spooked by the boss jumping at me when I entered the room, and then spooked by Bitesar. Hey Maria, thank you so much for the hydrate. Actually, that's the last of my water. I'll have to get a refill here if we keep going. The stream delay is the best. You send it and then you wait for a few moments before you get to see the reaction. I suppose that could be kind of funny. It was really good timing too. It was great timing. Right as I had just kind of... Oh, right. We come here later. We go the other way. I had just kind of stopped and I was coming over to my PC monitor. I knew there was something in this room. To move up the counter, and then the sound played, so I was like, oh my gosh. Right after Kaz finished his thought. Yep. It should have played right after you beat the boss. Drop the follow. Yeah, I saw that you dropped the follow, Lady Maria. Thank you so much for that. Looking forward to seeing you around some more. It's been fun having you tonight. Woo! Okay, there's another bell ringing lady somewhere. Ah! That one wasn't quite a spook, because I saw them and then I was like, oh no, I'm in trouble. But, okay, so that's a kidnapper. And we can, in this dungeon at least, we can body them pretty easily, because we're significantly higher level than you probably should be for this dungeon. Alright, that's level 2 ritual blood, which we need to start getting into to higher level dungeons. Be right back getting a snack. Sounds good. Ooh, snack sounds good. Hello. Where's the bell lady? Where is she? Lurk dishes. Godspeed, Bitesar. Good luck with the dishes. I do not enjoy doing dishes. That's probably one of my least favorite chores. I would rather clean the toilet than do dishes, honestly. Here she is. There we go. No more friends. No more friends. We've had enough friends. Ow! Gosh, I love that rally mechanic so much. Oh, okay. Alright. Now this Joker, this fat ass naked dude, back. Lady Maria, what snack did you get? This guy, like, somersaults around, and it's very unnerving to me, so, like that. So, easy to kill because we're over-leveled, but, ugh, it's just not right. And then, like, alright, hide the kids. Twitch, don't ban me, but, like, this, you could just flip him over and, like, his ass is just dangling out for everyone to see. Like, it's super unpleasant. Pringles, ooh, really good. What flavor? You have original, or you got sour cream and onion, cheddar, something more exotic. And welcome back, Bite. Must not have been too many dishes. Or maybe you just put them in the dishwasher. Didn't take too long. Honey mustard. I don't know if I've ever heard of those Pringles. Honey mustard Pringles. Are they good? Because I like me some honey mustard. Like, that sounds tempting. Alright, boss time. 3 of these dudes. Oh, me too. I prefer to clean the toilet. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't enjoy dishes. Doing dishes. I don't know if... Well, there's probably someone out there that genuinely loves doing the dishes for whatever reason, but I think most people I know don't like doing them. And unironically, it has come up in conversation with my therapist where I'm like, dude, you want to know why I'm depressed today? It's because I'm going to have to do dishes every day for the rest of my life. And, like, that just sounds like an awful time. They're so good. Awesome. I'll have to keep an eye out for them then. Okay, that's the Thumaru Root Chalice that we just got. So now we can do randomized versions of this type of dungeon. We are going to keep going because there's still one more floor to clear in this one. And then we'll have done the whole dungeon. It's like a sweet and tangy flavor. It does sound good. I mean, that's like what honey mustard is supposed to taste like too. That's why I like it so much. It has both of those. But I feel robbed. What happened, Hannah? Okay, so we can summon this guy, Prospector Oleg, to help us in this floor. There are no star fragments on the beach today in Animal Crossing. No! Myth of Sisyphus, but it's real. We are all Sisyphus. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. Oh, geez. They have one of these rooms in this place? I forgot about this. Bell lady. There you are. Could you stop inviting your friends, please? Thank you. You wished on shooting stars last night. What? I thought you were guaranteed, if you had shooting stars, that there would be some that fall the next day. Oh, jeez. Oh, fuck. And there's kidnappers down there. Okay. You know what? No. We're gonna clear the building in the upper level first. And then we'll clear the ground floor. I don't want to deal with all the things down there while something is throwing firebombs at me. So I don't know what this thing is. But it doesn't seem hostile, because I've never seen it attack me before, even on other runs when I've done this dungeon. And I don't know if I should kill it or leave it alone. But it seems as though we have friend here. And he doesn't really want to follow us. He just kind of chills there. I guess not, though. I only had 3, so I might have gotten unlucky with spawns. You must have. You didn't, like, pick them up this morning and forget about it, did you? Oh, he's going to walk out in the courtyard. Look at him. I'm sorry, but I don't think I've ever seen him walk like this before. I'm kind of curious where he's going and what's going to happen. Presumably, something terrible, because this is Bloodborne, but... No, he just walked out into the hallway, and now he seems confused. Kill it. It'll drop 10 blood vials or 12 bullets. Really? Okay. So it's just for resources. Well, I'm sorry, friend. Ten blood vials. Very good. That's definitely my preference. I don't need the bullets. Definitely want those blood vials. Thanks, Lady Maria. Appreciate that tip. Okay. No, there's nothing back here but the incense burners. If you say so. Oh. Get rid of that. That's a trap. No, I don't play my games in the morning. I need to get ready for work. I've always had the idea of, what if I got up early and, like, made some coffee and breakfast and then sat down and enjoyed those for an hour while playing, like, a Darkest Dungeon run or something. And then morning comes and I'm like, fuck that noise. We're staying in bed until I have to get up to shower. might be up for the award of least scary ambush spawn I have ever seen. Just did not startle me at all for some reason. Chest. Materials? Materials. Tomb mold. Then I don't get to sleep in. I thought the same thing. I hate getting up. Yep. That's exactly me, Anna. I am a night owl. I am not a morning person. Getting up before, honestly, 9 a.m. sucks. I mean, I can get up as early as I need to if it's something important. But I don't like getting up early. Get dunked on. I wake up at 6:30 a.m. and if my daughter isn't awake at that time, then I game. Well, that's kind of nice then. Because kids do wake up early. Like, that's just a fact of life. Until they become teenagers, right? But sometimes they do get a good night's sleep, so then you get some gaming time in. That's pretty awesome. Do you just play Bloodborne, Lady Maria, or do you have other games you play as well? I only asked because you said you have 3,800 hours in Bloodborne. And I'm like, maybe that's just the only game they play. That's why I stream at noon my time. I sleep in. Yep, and that's why I don't stream until... Most of the time I don't stream until night, right? Sometimes I stream in the afternoon, but you... Again, never say never, but you probably won't catch me streaming in the AM. Unless there's a really good reason for it. You have others? Okay. What else do you like to play? You have... Oh, Destiny 2. I had a friend that was... I mean, equally invested in Destiny 2 for a very long time. He even got me to play it with him for a while. He has since switched... Well, after that, he switched to Apex Legends for a couple years, and now I think he plays Overwatch, but... he was a Destiny nut for the better part of a decade. He was also a Destiny 1 enjoyer, so he, like, got into it then and was a day one buyer of Destiny 2. He was super into it. And I had my fun with it as well. It was a fun shooter-looter. I think I prefer Borderlands, but that's because I'm a more single-player-oriented gamer. And Borderlands is fun with friends, but it's also very enjoyable solo. Destiny was fine solo. I didn't super love it, though. Like when I would grind by myself just so that I could do some piece of content with my friend. It was always a drag. What's the state of Destiny 2 these days? Is it still... I mean, presumably it's still chugging along, releasing expansions every once in a while and stuff, but... You platinum Destiny 2? Damn. That's an achievement. That's a lot right there. Before we do the boss, there is another area to explore here. Uh-oh! I'm getting the plummeting bit rate, everyone. Are you still receiving me? Let me know. Twitch seems to be, or not Twitch, my ISP is like, hang on, you've streamed 3 nights in a row. That's illegal. Time to throttle your upload. My dad has mentioned, because I live with my parents, for those that don't know, you can still see me. Can you hear me? You must be able to hear me too. But okay, we'll keep plugging along then, because I would like to finish this Chalice dungeon before we wrap it up for the night. It buffered a bit, but it seems okay. Okay, yeah, back to green on my end. Just seemed to dip there for a second. Okay. But you mentioned that they could make a switch to someone that has way faster download and upload speeds, but it would cost a bit more. So I told them, like, please don't get that until I'm working again and can pay you at least the difference, because they don't need the speeds. They just watch stuff. So if I'm gonna get that, I would want to pay my share of it. So hopefully that will happen in the near future. There's an opportunity that's probably happening here in October. And then I'll be working again, at least part-time. And that will be interesting. I'm very interested to see how my attitude and mental health works while I'm doing that. Because it wasn't going well last time I was working. I live with my mom and grandparents. Rather be living with my dad, but is what it is. Yeah. I would like to have my own place, but it's not possible financially, and it's probably not smart from my mental health standpoint. Or at the very least, shouldn't be living alone, probably. I shouldn't be. Hi guys. Were you waiting for me to like be down there and then you could ambush me or something? Because that didn't work. Is there anything down there? It doesn't look like it. Well, okay, here. Is there a door? Yeah, there's a door. We'll keep pushing along up here then. I don't remember this part. This is a fixed dungeon, and I know I've beaten it at least twice. But I'm not remembering this third layer as much. Hi. I'll let you come to me because I think I saw a friend hiding. Okay, well, if you're just gonna do that, then I'll just do that. That's what I'm doing with the phone bill. I pay $60 for my portion of the bill. Yeah, exactly. And I was doing that as well until I became unemployed, and now they're just paying for that too. I feel pretty bad about that, but I'm also very grateful for their generosity. It sucks because I feel like in the months that I've been unemployed, my mental health has been getting better, and that kind of blows my mind because it's just been shitty since I was like 13. But not having money is really shitty. So hopefully I'll get this new job in a few weeks and it will go okay. And that can be a starting point for me getting back into normal society, hopefully. I own a house and rent it to my friends, so I kind of got lucky to buy this house because they help pay for the mortgage. Hannah, that is like the dream right there. To buy a house and rent it to people so that they will pay your mortgage. I had that plan once upon a time and ended up not working out, but when I was like 23, I was like, holy shit, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, my dad literally told me that he'd rather me be living with Scotty. Oof. That doesn't sound super nice. Okay, so we've been here before. I can't work, I'm disabled. Gotcha. Do you have, I guess I don't know if you're... I don't know if you live in the U.S. I kind of assume people do, but do you have, like, disability? Or, Social Security or something? And Anna, thank you for the positive self-affirmation. You got this, Kaz. You can do this. You got this, Kaz. You can do this. You got this, Kaz. You can do this. Now let's go try not to die to the boss after all of that. Hello. Okay, we are still hitting him pretty hard, but not quite the same pushover as the last two bosses. I mean, he's still not too difficult with our current power level, but ow, alright, that hurt. I see you, I see you. You're in Colorado, gotcha. Ow! I'm glad I popped that blood vial when I did. Oh crap, not one of these. Okay, heal. He was literally one away. Just one bullet. Alright. And yeah, you're on disability. That's good. I am in the process of appealing my decision on that. So I'm glad that you have it, because it's not always easy to get. For me, it's tougher because I'm trying to get it on the basis of mental health, and that can be just a tougher situation than like a physical disability. And I don't know what your situation is, but I'm glad that you are getting that. Okay, so the Central Thumaru Chalice is another fixed dungeon, and it's like the next area of these tombs that we're exploring, because that's what the Chalice dungeons are in the game. They are tombs where much knowledge was unearthed, and we're exploring them to commune with the old gods, and that was just the watchdog of the old gods that we defeated. So excellent. I think it was only like a fire gem, so I don't know if we want that, but let's take a peek. Yeah. And we could change this into an arcane weapon, but our strength is still the better stat. And also this weapon scales with strength better than arcane, so we'll just leave everything as it is. That's what I did? Oh, well, respect and props to you for getting through that, because been over a year on my case of the appeals getting rejected and trying to appeal more. Quickly search and join a chalice dungeon. We don't have PlayStation Online, so we can't do that, I think. But I guess we may as well buy it. Just so that we have all the tools in case maybe at the end of the month we'll get PlayStation Plus or something for a short period and people can play with or something, but yeah, I think this will be our stopping point. There will not be a stream tomorrow. Very busy tomorrow. There might be a stream Sunday. Again, that would probably be Sunday night if it happens. And then Monday well, again, not for sure, but I would expect Sunday night to get back to the grind. That's my current plan, at least. We'll see how the weekend goes. Might be a little too tired Sunday, but yeah, I had to get an attorney. Yeah, I don't have an attorney per se, Lady Maria, but I do have a representative who's helping me with that stuff. And they have helped a lot. I don't know if I could have gotten this far into the appeal process without their help. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome, Bitestar. Thanks for hanging out. And you have one more question? Hit me with it. Why isn't possible to travel above the speed of light? Is this the setup for a joke? Am I supposed to ask why, or do you want me to try to answer that question? Because that's more of a physics question. And I think the answer to that would be there isn't necessarily anything stopping stuff from being faster than the speed of light. We're just unaware of what that could be. Speed of light is the fastest thing we know. And we can't, as of yet, make anything faster than that. I don't know the field, like, at all. But I would assume that there isn't, like, they haven't discovered a law, right? A scientific law that's like, you can't travel faster than the speed of light. This prevents anything from doing that. No joke, I want you to think of it later. Okay. Well, you got some initial thoughts there, and I'll mull it over. Actually, that's probably something that'll get me to look at least a Wikipedia article. Isn't light always constant no matter what your speed is? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. It's not possible to travel below it too. Well, yes it is. Lots of things travel slower than the speed of light. Our perception of whatever that thing is, I mean, we perceive the visual stuff of that at the speed of light, but the object in and of itself is not moving that fast, I think. Now think about it and we'll talk later. Okay, I'll think about it. Let's see. Mike is up. Mike is up doing his Awakening Iron Man. So we will go say hi to him. So, yeah. Thank you everyone for being here. Very fun stream. Lady Maria, welcome to the crew. Hope you enjoy your time with us. It was great having you around. Great to meet you. Hope to see you in the future. Yeah, so thank you everyone, and you all have a great rest of your night. We'll see you around later. Take care. Bye.